Hello and welcome to Midlands Today. The headlines tonight: open-air celebrations. Muslims gather at Edgbaston Cricket Ground for the holy festival of al-Adha.
A lot of Muslims are avid cricket fans, so that's a draw in itself, to come to the cricket ground and be able to pray here.
Now, Muslims from across the Midlands have gathered at Edgbaston Cricket Ground to celebrate the holy festival of Eid al-Adha. The celebration couldn't take place last year because of lockdown restrictions. Imran Ali has the details.
Edgbaston Cricket Ground has hosted many great events, but in its nearly 140-year history, this is a first. Eid prayers are being held here today.
Coming to my team cricket ground and praying my Eid Salah here is a double bonus, a double celebration almost.
It's incredible. I think the most important thing for us is the unity, and it's something we try and practice every day within our kind of religion, and it's nice that we can share that with the wider community as well.
Eid is one of the two major holy days in the Islamic calendar, a time of year where Muslims give to charity and feed the poor. This time last year, events like these couldn't happen, but today over 400 worshippers came here. And being at Edgbaston, it's created even more excitement.
There was a buzz about it. A lot of Muslims are avid cricket fans, so that's a draw in itself, to come to the cricket ground and be able to pray here. It was extra special. I think coming out of lockdown is the first time when we've held prayers where we're all stood together, like I said, shoulder to shoulder in congregation. So that was in itself special. But then to have this venue as well on top of it, and then coming out of lockdown, like I said, all added to the atmosphere.
For Edgbaston, we want to be part of the community, not just sit in it. We're not a spaceship that just sort of appears to play cricket a dozen times a year. We want to get people flowing through the place all through the year from all walks of life. So they reckon there's over 140 different faiths and nationalities live in Birmingham. So it is literally a melting pot from all over the world. So anything we can do to try and bring the city together is welcome.
With restrictions lifted, Muslims are able to celebrate Eid with each other again. Imran Ali, BBC Midlands Today.
Well, as part of the Eid celebrations, community and faith leaders in Birmingham are urging all Muslims to get their COVID vaccine. A number of groups are working together to make sure the message gets to everyone. Mashkura Begum is the chair of Saathi House, a community engagement organisation. She told me about the scale of the problem.
It is quite worrying, and I know many of the inner city areas within Birmingham, the vaccine take-up has been very low, and yesterday was the so-called Freedom Day, and most people are sort of out and about and so forth, and the concern in the community is if they are not vaccinated, if we're not sort of following restrictions, then we could possibly be back to square one as we were last March.
And you're helping to spread the message to people who don't have English as their first language as well. How much of a barrier is that to vaccination, do you think?
I think it's not, this time round, it's not about the messaging or the communication. It's just a general sort of reluctance with the vaccination from various quarters of the community.
Why is there a reluctance? What's that based on, do you think?
There's a mistrust, with central government, the way the messaging initially had come out. A lot of people actually don't believe COVID exists, mistrust with NHS. And there have been those individuals who think because they haven't got any underlying health issues, they won't be impacted.
Well, that sounds like quite a challenge to break down all those barriers.
The community are working tirelessly, whether it's the Muslim community, our NHS, Birmingham City Council, various charities are working together in getting the message across. Last week, in an area that I work in, it's had the lowest vaccine take-up, and all the organisations that are working within that area have come together discussing how we could address that. So we're looking for new strategy in terms of how can we get the vaccine message through.
Mashkura Begum, thank you.
Thank you.